Alexandra Ayala. The fans that she had today were people that she won over with her tennis and her performance.
Alexandra Ayala. The crowd behind her today was built from hearts she earned through fearless tennis and unforgettable performances. Center court that Saturday afternoon carried the scent of fresh grass and absolute shock. 10,000 spectators arrived expecting another celebration for the reigning champion. 99 minutes later, they were roaring for a 21-year-old from Quezon City who had forced Iga Swiatek to grab her towel and leave the court without her crown. Across the grounds, Aryna Sabalenka completed her third-round battle on court 1 as the world number 1. Yet before she even reached the locker room, tennis had already found its newest headline. What unfolded across the next 24 hours transformed that silent departure into something Sabalenka might never fully escape this summer. Here is the perspective you need. Eala entered Wimbledon 2026 carrying only one victory against 5 defeats in Grand Slam main draw matches. That meant her stunning result on July 4th was not only historic for the Philippines. It became her first defining triumph on a major stage. And the shot that pushed her across the finish line remained the same second serve every scouting report had labeled her greatest weakness for 2 straight years. On Saturday, that weakness echoed like the final note ending a champion's title defense. The people who discovered this story before the major sports outlets did. Subscribe and remain inside that circle. Sabalenka was expected to control this fortnight. Wimbledon remained the only slam absent from her collection. 3 semi-final appearances behind her and still unfinished. And 2026 was supposed to deliver redemption for everyone watching everywhere.
Just wanna quit tennis right now, but we'll see in a few days. Hopefully I'll get back on track.
She arrived in London carrying invisible scars already. Just 1 week before the tournament, she spoke with The Guardian and admitted, and these were her exact words, "I understand why some people think I'm a." She described her Roland Garros final defeat as the worst championship match she had ever played. The world number 1 was battling the image staring back before ever touching the grass. And during that fragile moment, the very moment when every champion craves the crowd's embrace, the crowd discovered someone entirely new to believe in. On that same July 4th afternoon, while Sabalenka battled beyond Jelena Ostapenko, 64-64 on court 1, Eala was completely rewriting Wimbledon's story on center court. Reports about Sabalenka's press conference mood changing throughout the following days quickly spread online. Although her recorded comments regarding Eala remained carefully respectful, the internet smelled vulnerability and handled everything else. Begin with the scoreboard. Eala defeated the defending Wimbledon champion 7-6 in the tiebreak. 9 points to 7, then 6-2. 1 hour and 51 minutes, 2 set points erased during that unforgettable opening tiebreak. A fearless forehand winner on the 3rd match point sealed everything. This was never a Swiatek collapse. This became a statement delivered on tennis' grandest stage against a 5-time Grand Slam champion who captured last year's final without surrendering even 1 game. Now the deeper numbers: 24 winners against 21 unforced errors, 5 of 7 break points converted, 8 of 11 break points saved. And here came the statistic that buried a title defense. Eala claimed 55% of her second serve points. Swiatek managed 32. The player everyone insisted possessed a vulnerable serve had outserved the defending Wimbledon champion on grass. Then Eala stepped toward the microphone, and suddenly the entire tournament transformed forever. She invoked the 2 biggest legends in women's tennis, connected them to a childhood lived across the opposite side of the world, and delivered the most replayed moment of Wimbledon 2026 in barely 40 unforgettable seconds. The clip was immediately reposted by the official WTA, Wimbledon, and Olympics accounts within the hour, each collecting 6-figure engagement. As that video raced across the globe, Sabalenka's comfortable victory quietly disappeared from the headlines. The Athletics Day 6 recap opened with Eala for more than 1,000 words before Sabalenka's name finally appeared. When the world number 1 wins and the headlines barely acknowledge it, that is not an ordinary news cycle. That is narrative momentum changing hands before everyone's eyes. And every Filipino supporter who has been shouting Eala's name into their phones since Miami 2025 finally witnessed the mainstream embrace what they already believed. Then Sunday arrived. July 5th, 4th round, court 1. Naomi Osaka, who had fallen to Sabalenka 3 consecutive times during 2026, defeated her 6-3, 6-2. It marked Sabalenka's first straight sets loss at a slam since 2020. Eala did not simply overshadow the world number one for one Saturday. By Sunday evening, Sabalenka was flying home while Eala was still preparing. The strongest validation of Eala's performance never came from analysts. It came directly from the champion she defeated. Iga Swiatek, owner of 5 Grand Slam titles for French Open trophies, defending Wimbledon champion who captured the 2025 final 6-love against Amanda Anisimova, stood before reporters after her defeat and acknowledged the reality publicly. She described Eala's second serve as super slow and said directly, "It was much tougher to return a serve like that." Let those words truly sink in. A former world number one with 5 major championships handed tennis its clearest explanation. The shot everyone dismissed as Eala's limitation became the very shot that shattered a Wimbledon champion's rhythm. Eala's calm response after reporters mentioned those remarks. "I did my job well." No celebration, no dramatic fist pump, only the confidence of someone who always believed this moment was inevitable. Pull back and the story stretches beyond one tournament bracket. The WTA has openly searched for its next worldwide crossover star since Serena Williams stepped away from the tour. Meanwhile, Southeast Asia remains the biggest untapped tennis market outside China. Before this weekend, that region had never produced a Grand Slam second-week sensation. Now it has one, and she is 21, fluent in 3 languages, and charismatic enough that the Olympics account keeps quoting her. This is television value. This is sponsorship mathematics. This is a WTA Asia-Pacific calendar suddenly orbiting around a completely different center. And the schedule itself is about to challenge everything. Monday's 4th-round clash with Jasmine Paolini, the 2024 Wimbledon finalist and number 13 seed, is followed by a U.S. Open series where Eala's ranking seems destined to surge, and a year-end race where Sabalenka's collapse this weekend has blown open a door nobody imagined opening in July. The prediction no longer feels bold. Eala ends 2026 inside the world's top 20, and the conversation surrounding her future shifts from can she reach a slam quarterfinal to which slam does she capture first. None of this unfolded easily. 8 days before Wimbledon started, Eala lost the Eastbourne final to Maya Joint in a deciding set tiebreak. Her first grass-court main tour final vanished within moments. She shared gratitude with the crowd and her team that very evening. No self-pity, no excuses. 12 days later, she faced Maya Joint again, this time during the Wimbledon second round, and defeated her 3-6, 6-2, 6-love after dropping the opening set. Then only 2 games surrendered across the following 2 sets. 12 days separated heartbreak from redemption. That is this player's rhythm. And it remains the exact quality Sabalenka, by her own guardian confession, has admitted struggling to rediscover. Ruffled socks and glowing shoes. A super slow serve that dismantled a defending champion. 12 days separating a final set tiebreak heartbreak from a 6-love revenge set. A world number one admitting to a national newspaper she understood why public opinion had shifted against her just 1 week before the crowd embraced someone entirely different. Across one unforgettable weekend, Alex Eala did not simply steal Aryna Sabalenka's Wimbledon spotlight. She inherited the story the entire sport had been waiting to witness, while the world number one watched hers disappear before millions. Every Filipino supporter who spent 3 years tagging Eala beneath posts that attracted almost no engagement. You were never early. You were simply right. Saturday became the moment the algorithm finally caught up with you. So here is the question everyone should debate in the comments. If Eala defeats Paolini today, has Wimbledon 2026 already become her tournament even without lifting the trophy, or does Sabalenka's departure leave this draw belonging to someone else completely? Share your 4th-round prediction and final score below. The people who discovered this story before the mainstream sports outlets did. Subscribe and remain inside that circle. Every match Eala plays from this point forward, we break down within hours. From center court drama to unforgettable press room quotes the aggregator pages will never bring you. This is a saga. Now experience it beside the people who recognized it first.